So, ready for another one? Am I the arsehole for not paying my friend the promised amount of money for a project that we collaborated on?
Yes.
Okay.
Straight away.
I know
you
how
promised it.
I
You
know.
promised it. Sorry.
This is a promise.
Yeah.
I know how the title sounds, but hear me out. I have a friend
I don't want to, but whatever.
Sorry. No, it's a no from me, darling.
Whatever it is.
I had a friend who collaborated with me in making apparel fan merchandise, and we agreed to split the work 50-50 and also have the earnings split the same way. Our first project went relatively well. We both contributed to the design of the apparel equally, but they did the bulk of the spreading the word by talking to people on Discord frequently and did an illustration for the marketing. I did the promotional graphics and logistics, the sourcing of suitable manufacturers, communicating with them, housing the stock when they got shipped, and packing and mailing the orders. Everything went well, both work and earnings were split in half nicely. Then came our second collab project. And my mistake was assuming that it will go just as well and smoothly as the first time. In the second project, before any actual work had gotten done, when asked how much earnings they could get, I told them it's the same 50-50 split as per what we did previously, and I'd assumed the work would be split evenly this time too. The problem is, as the project went on, I was the one tanking it and they barely contributed due to their new job. The design was mostly done by me. I did all the work for the marketing and project and social media, creating an illustration and graphics for the promotional materials and all the logistics that I'd entailed for the first project. The worst part is that this project ended up being a lot more successful than the first one for an indie creator. So there was a lot of packing and mailing for me to do alone, and I had to get family to help me. It did not help that this happened a few months ago when COVID was at its peak in my country and lockdown was in lockdown for a month or so. I was not offered any help from my partner due to the circumstances, which was understandable, but they did not do any of the promoting, and that too fell on me. The one thing they did was send me a frankly unpolished and not very aesthetically pleasing illustration 2 days before the project ended on Kickstarter, which was part of their responsibilities in the first place before I ended up doing that bit too. Now the project has ended, every order sent out and the money's in. I'm not comfortable giving half the earnings to them because of the unbalanced workload, as I've expected the work to be done equally. We've not been talking for months due to them being busy at their new job and the plain old COVID depression. So am I the arsehole if I take the initiative to transfer them the amount I had initially promised them? Frankly, I'm just glad the project was done with and I don't want to talk to them anymore.
Yeah. Firstly, I'm going to say, yes, you are an arsehole. It is very shit. But in this situation, there should have been more communication. We've not spoken for months. Well, why are you not saying, look, I need you to do this, this and that. Like, I feel like this is unfair before it got out of hand. Like, and you can't just not give her the money. If you don't want to give her the money, at least message her and say, look, I'm not going to give you the money and this is why. You can't just not do it. But it is a really shitty situation and I feel sorry for her. It'd be different if that other person was like, why, I want the money still because this and that. Like, but I do think it is a bit sticky.
It is a bit sticky. I do feel like there's a miscommunication.
That's always a thing with the Reddit. Miscommunication.
It is. You need to communicate. But I think they're both to blame.
Yeah.
I think there should have been more communication. I don't think they're an arsehole for not wanting to give them the money. I think
you are if you just don't.
Yeah, I think they need to say, right, let's just have a chat about this. This is all the work that I've done for this. And I think the pay needs to be split accordingly, whether it's 75% goes to this. I think it is communication. Yeah. So someone's put, you are the arsehole, only because you should have told them that you weren't going to split it 50-50 if they weren't going to contribute. The next time a business partner changes the terms of their participation, discuss how that will affect their profit before moving forward. You made an agreement and you really need to stick to it. This could affect your business reputation. If you want to continue to collaborate with other people and make money, you really need to be known as someone who takes their contract seriously, even if it is just a verbal one. You should really talk to your friend though. He might agree that he doesn't deserve half the profits. In this case, I would change my judgment.
Yeah, exactly. This person doesn't even know what their stance is. They might be thinking, oh, it's fine. Like, I've not done enough, but it's fine if she only wants to give me £5, whatever.
OP says, yeah, that's a learning point to discuss further before moving forward with the project. At the start, we were both really excited about it, so I barreled through even after they started dropping off. Thanks for your comment. And someone's put, Eesh, do they agree to your assessment?
Eesh, everyone, is that everyone sucks here?
Maybe.
Eesh, I think it is, everyone sucks here.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Do they agree with your assessment? Did you talk them throughout the project? Yes, 50-50 seems unfair, but it also seems unfair to change the rules after everything was complete. The time you should have addressed this was during the project, not after.
Yeah,
It sounds like your friendship may be over anyway, so it might be worth it for you to dig your heels in and not split the proceeds 50-50. However, your communication skills are lacking, and you all behave like arseholes at some point during this second project.
Agreed.
OP put, they stopped communicating once they had their new job and lockdown happened, and during the packing and mailing phase I didn't bother contacting them too, as it was just 2 weeks of packing and messaging backers of the project. But point taken about the communication part, that's something I'll be working on.
That's good. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice response. I'm going to go
on to the thingy and see what they've said. Someone's put, is there a contract or something like it? And they've put, there wasn't. We were friends, and all of our projects was basically us going, hey, this sounds like a good idea to do, and let's go ahead with it.
Right.
You would be the arsehole. A contract is a contract. Pay them the promised amount, chalk it up to a learning experience and move on. It absolutely sucks, but legally you really do owe them. And then OP's replied saying that'll be the case if there was a contract, but there wasn't one. The whole thing was talk via casual messaging as we're friends. I think this is all sticky. I think they should have communicated at the beginning. Like we have said, haven't we? We do 50-50%. We don't earn anything from this.
Yeah. But the time that we take is 50-50 pretty much.
Yeah, so you do the editing, which is the bulk of everything. And then I do social media, edit the reels. I do stuff for commenting and things like that. Things that don't seem like they take time, but then when you start... But it's like
loads of little bits,
it's loads of little bits, whereas you do the bulk of the editing, and then you're like, right, I'm done that right now. And then I'm like, right, thanks for
and
that.
then I'll put them on like YouTube and like do the descriptions and stuff.